Well, hello, surprise. Couple of you in. Welcome, welcome. I'm just making sure we're good. A Wednesday stream. A surprise Wednesday stream. Right, a rare Wednesday stream. Let's get it. Hello, hello. Well, what we were planning to do on on tomorrow's stream, we're doing today. Hello, Rev, first one in today. Crispy Duck, Robert, FJM, Barbosa, Joey, Blizz, Ewan, Craig, hello. Kenworth here as well. Ep is here as well. Hello, everybody. A Wednesday stream, indeed. Surprise. Surprise. Nerd, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Right, let me just make sure that I'm live everywhere else, which I should be. I hope you're all well, everybody, and having a good day so far. Happy Wednesday. I decided really last minute to do a Wednesday stream. Normally I would be at badminton training right now, and to be honest, I probably should be, but I'm not going to be streaming on Friday onwards for a bit, so we're making up for it today. And we have a sub. It's Jamal, back with 14 months and the tier 1 to get things kicked off. Hello, hello. Thank you. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much, my dude. Welcome back. It's 14 months in a row. 4 months in a row and 14 months total with the tier 1. That's kind of you. Thank you. First sub of the evening. Cheers, mate. A first sub on a Wednesday stream for a long time, right? Who else we got? Honda Jet, hello. How you doing? Jensen, good to see you, mate. Dull, hello. Indeed, a surprise. Lilo's here. A 727 over badminton training, yeah. We've also got the Arsenal game tonight, so I'd probably be distracted at badminton anyway. Glad you're trying out DFW from Imagine Sim. Still not happy about what they left out of Atlanta. Yeah, I'm by no means an expert, but we're going to take a look at it today. Bunking badminton for us, top bloke. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying my best to keep the streams alive. I'm trying. I'm trying and fighting. Michael, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday, my dearest friends. Hope you're all well. We've got a new plane and a new scenery to show off today. This was going to be tomorrow's stream, but we're doing it today. It's Easter over the weekend from Friday onwards, so there won't be a Friday stream and stuff this week. So I thought I still need to do a 4-day streaming week. So we're making up for it with a Wednesday stream. So yeah. What's the thing that all good flight sim streamers play badminton? Do you play badminton as well? Are you a big badminton fan? I've just become the AN225 Pro. God, I have not flown that thing literally for years. I need to get back into it. I really do. But I fear I would forget everything. Oh, you're not good. Wait, who does then? I didn't know anybody else did. Bass Jammer, hello, how you doing? Very well. I hope you're well as well. Good to see you, good to see you. We've got a new 727 update. So I'm in great spirits. Fabulous, thank you, still on Cloud9 after Latin pass. Mate, so you should be. I told you, didn't I? I said when you pass it, it would just make it that much sweeter. Good, glad you're still on Cloud9 about it, mate. Shows that the hard work prevailed. Well, yes, welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you all. The very kind team at FSS have sent across their brand new Boeing 727 passenger variant. Last August, they released the 727 for MSFS, which I've been very excited about and really enjoyed flying in 2020. It was just the freighter version. But as of tomorrow, it's going to be the passenger version as well, which is very exciting indeed. So they were kind enough to send it to me for a bit of early access. But you folks are going to be able to get your hands on this aircraft tomorrow. I was thinking about what routes to do. And I was thinking about what livery I wanted to fly. And I thought American Airlines passenger sounds like a good start for the 727. And so I wanted to have a look to see if the Dallas-Fort Worth scenery from Imagine Sim had released, which it has. So it was perfect. So we've got a nice rotation out and back into the new Dallas Fort Worth from Imagine Sim today as well. So as I say, new aircraft and a new scenery. Roberticus, hello, how you doing? Yeah, I need to have a look at the document again, Dull. I need to message Cam, was the lead technical dev on it. He's the resident expert and a good friend. How did the rest of trucking go last night? Oh, we had great fun. Yeah, trucking was really good. Thank you all so much to those of you who tuned in yesterday for that. I thoroughly enjoyed yesterday's live stream with the trucking. I might even do it again tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Not bad, thanks. Just watched the Paddington in Peru. It's not bad, but up and down. Oh, really? Is it? Yeah. I've not watched it. I've not watched it, actually. I don't even think I've seen any, really, of the newer Paddington films. Joel, hello! Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Right, let's go and take a look around the scenery then, shall we? Let's go and take a look. No badminton tonight? Nah, I need to make up for the lack of streams, I think, really, don't I? Things are taking a hit, so I've got to make up for it. Let's go and take a look at the scenery. Let's get in, let's get in, let's get going. Let's get it started. I'm not flying on VATSIM today. I'm going to take a break from VATSIM. But I think we're going to do VOR to VOR. Because it's been ages since I've done VOR navigation. Right, let's turn down Grace C. Abrams and take a look at the scenery. So, yeah, we'll come back to the aircraft. But first of all, let's concentrate on the airport. Here it is then. A first look at the newly released, not Innie Builds. I'm so used to saying that. The newly released Imagine Sim Dallas Fort Worth scenery, which has been built specifically for MSFS 2020. I don't know if it works in 2024, but it is available for 2020. It's quite pricey. It's 25 Great British Pounds. So it is a pricey scenery. It is by no means a cheap one. It comes on the Imagine Sim store. I don't know if it's available anywhere else, but that's where I paid for it earlier on today. It's got customizable options in the like installer for it, so you can choose whether you want interior textures, whether you want like volumetric grass and all sorts of different things as well. So there's plenty of stuff that you can customize with it. It doesn't seem to have a GSX profile though. Which is a bit of a shame. Nowadays, when we're paying, you know, upwards of £20+ for a scenery release, you'd kind of like a GSX profile with it. I feel like it's one of those staple things now. But yeah, this is it. I have to say, and I really don't mean this in a horrible way, but I definitely think it looks better than the trailer we saw. For those of you who missed it, I think it was last week or the week before, there was a trailer that was released of this scenery for MSFS. And it really didn't inspire me with confidence, if I'm totally honest with you. However, I think in the actual sim itself, now that I've had a look around a little bit, I actually think it looks quite nice. It's got its own custom docking system on each stand. We've got custom markings, although the quality of them isn't amazing. You can see we've got a little bit of ground clutter and stuff. Not a tremendous amount, but there's a bit here and there, which is always nice to see. There is interiors on some of the buildings. So you can see we've got some sort of an interior in here. No sign of passengers or anything. But yeah, that's one of the customizable options, whether you want the interior or not. You can see we've got the ATC tower located in the middle. We've got car parks with seemingly 0 cars, although that might have been because I turned off the car option, the city side car option. You can see we've got the hangars over there, American Airlines hangar and stuff over in the distance, UPS over there, in the northwest, I think it's the northwest corner of the scenery. Yeah, they had pre-orders for this, didn't they? Yeah. And then you can see we've got a construction area. So I don't know if this is like a little teaser from Imagine Sim that they are planning to update the scenery as and when this construction work is completed. I'm assuming the scenery is up to date as of now in real life. So I'm hoping this construction work that we see here in the sim is actually correct for what's going on in the real world. But yeah, we've got a nice little construction area over here. And I quite like that. I like when we see, you know, these kind of features in a series, in a scenery even. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks okay. It's not exactly blown my brain, in terms of scenery. It's not exactly gone, whoa, that's like the best quality scenery that I've ever seen for the price that I've paid. But it looks pretty solid, and we've been desperate for a decent quality Dallas-Fort Worth scenery, well, since the launch of MSFS 2020, right? 4.5 odd years ago now, if not more than that. So the fact that we've actually got one now that, you know, will do the job is great. It's very lonely at an airport of this size when you're the only one here, but yeah. Leo's here on the TikTok and says it's your home airport. Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to hear from those of you who might be more familiar with this airport than I am, to hear your thoughts on it and what you think. Chris is here. Hello, good evening. How you doing? Testing the newest YouTube build. No buenas and memory leak. Oh dear. Flight 242. Hello, happy Wednesday. You've been dropped down to 5th place due to your lack of streams. Oh, sorry. Is that me or the stream as a small black bar? Ah, yes, I know what that will be. That'll be from yesterday. Fear not, I'm on it. Let me fix that. That will be because I have to play Euro Truck Sim in windowed mode. So to get rid of the top bar, I have to do a little crop on OBS, which I forgot to get rid of. So there we go. That should be fixed now. What's the airport? We are at Dallas-Fort Worth. KDFW is the scenery. This is a new scenery that released from Imagine Sim just a couple of days ago, at the end of last week. It's released. It's 25 Great British Pounds, so it's quite an expensive scenery. But yeah. Pre-orders for a flight sim scenery. Yeah, it was a first for me, I won't lie. Clarky, thanks for the follow. Thank you. Just started on the new terminal. There we go then. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks okay. It's not exactly like blown my brains, but for a new scenery, you know, for an airport that was in desperate need of good quality payware, I think it looks all right. I love the tri-jets. Yes, we'll get going. So, on top of the new scenery, we've got a new aircraft, as I said. Well, it is a new aircraft, but it isn't. This is the FSS Boeing 727-200, which we've already had in the sim for, well, since August of last year, so quite a while. However, as of tomorrow, they will be publicly launching this, which is the passenger variant. Previously, we only had the freighter version. But now we've got a passenger variant, which even comes included with a cabin. And I think there's like a little interface thing to control like the cabin lighting and stuff that you can do as well, which is quite cool. So yeah, I mean, if you folks are happy, I thought we'd change things up today and do VOR to VOR only. Why not? So the plan is to do VOR to VOR from when was this flight? I think this flight was conducted back in 1984. Here we go, yeah. So we're operating American Airlines Flight 297 that was done in the summer of 1984 from Dallas-Fort Worth to Houston, George Bush, IAH today. Very short flight times, only about 50 or so minutes each way, but should keep us busy with the VOR to VOR flying. Yeah, I'm not too sure what I think on the livery. I don't know if American Airlines had 727s with the white, but this looks more white than silver, doesn't it? This looks more white than the kind of like polished silver. But I feel like it's weird because the thumbnail shows it as like the silver look. But I think you've got the silver tail and then the white fuselage. So yeah. Hey, it's our second sub of the day. It's Miranda, 27 months. Thank you. Oh, they had both, did they? Okay, so it might be accurate then. Yeah, very well, mate. How are you? Thank you very much for the Wednesday sub of 27 months. Welcome back. I'm scared of the bridges. Oh, yeah, we'll have to see if we can cross one today to see what it's like. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the bare metal textures. Looks very flat. I don't know if it is like the bare metal, though. I don't think it's trying to be the bare metal version. Yeah. Calzone asks on TikTok, what sim is this? We're in MSFS 2020 today. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Blissy Red's here as well. Hello, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm sure livery creators will do the polished bare metal kind of version. Absolutely. It's a bit of a shame that we don't have it default, but yeah. So if we jump into the aircraft, I have set up some wing views and stuff, so we can already go and have a look. Here's the cabin. Quite nice. Look, we've got the American Airlines 727 safety cards here. The cabin's okay. It doesn't blow my brains, but I mean, I'm not really one who's a stickler for crazy cabins, to be honest with you, so I think it looks all right. It's very samey all the way through, but you can see we've got some nice little details with the air conditioning vents and stuff like that. I love the type of texture on the seats. Look at that pattern and the design. It's very retro, so that's quite cool to see. I don't know if we can... It might be easy if I get up to the flight deck and then go back and have a look at the business class. Samuel's here on the TikTok as well. Sig, hello, good to see you. Yeah, we're using Chaseplane. Yeah, we're using Chaseplane, of course. Yeah, so here's the business class as well, which is really cool. And then we've got a little galley area as well by the looks of things at the front. And you can control this. So I think you can... Oh, actually, no. Oh, yeah, no, you can control some of this. So it looks like you can turn on some of the lighting. So maybe when we get power to the aircraft, we'll see if we can do that. Once we turn the galley power on, I imagine that will be accessible. But there you go. So we have got the passenger thing. Oh, let's go and check what everybody wants to go and see. Nobody else cares about anything else but this. Can we do it? There it is. Oh, it doesn't make a sound. Oh. Okay, it does make a sound. Oh, and there's a rose in here for you. There you go. Right, well, there it is. What more do you want? Go and purchase it now. The toilet flushes. That is an instant purchase then, isn't it, really? Who cares about system depth when you've got a flushing toilet? But yeah, I think the cabin looks all right. I've not really got any complaints. Right, okay. Oh, yeah, is the ramp operable at the back? That is a very good question. I didn't even think about that. I'll need to have a look. Let's go and get some power to the aircraft, and then we'll go and take a look. I think there is the aft stair, so I think there's a chance of it, you know. Can we see the night lights? Yeah, we'll have a look at that later. I want to get ourselves rocking and rolling, because otherwise we're going to be here all day. So, let's go and turn the battery on. We'll get the external power on. And then we'll go and switch the external power on over there. And make sure that we're on the buses, which we should be now. Galley power can go on. God, there's so much to remember in this thing. I will use the automated checklist thing for a lot of it, if I'm totally honest with you. But I'll try and remember my way a little bit around this aircraft. Samuel, thank you for the rose. This looks old. It is. Yeah, this aircraft is very old. Right, we're cruising at 25,000 feet today. So it's 1.4 for the cabin altitude. So I'll just put that in. Yeah, this is one of my favourite aircraft, this one. There we go, 1.4. We'll sort out landing altitude later. That's fine. So the actual aircraft itself, like the systems, is very similar to what you get. Well, I think it's exactly the same version as what you get in the freighter. So the additions that you get really is just the passenger stuff with it, with the passenger cabin and things, I guess. Right, anti-skid, stall warning. Got to do the stall warning. Just sounds so good. I love that sound. Auto brakes we'll just leave on disarm for the moment. We'll go and put the navigation lights on. Emergency exit lights can be armed. No smoking light can go on. Window heat can go on. And then we'll leave everything else at the moment. Right, go get rid of that. It's going to be interesting to fly VOR to VOR, because I've not done that for a while. So we'll see how quickly I pick it up and remember it again. Kevin, hello! Excuse me, hello there, how are you? Thank you for your responses earlier to my questions, good sire. Thank you, thank you. Right, we're not flying online today, but I'll go and put a squawk in. Of 2,000. And then we'll actually get rid of this option in a moment. Parking brake is set. We'll sort out nav stuff in a moment for our departure. I'm going to do the horn cutout because it annoys me otherwise. Yeah, good. Right, let's go and see if this door will open. So, aft stair. Will it work? Oh, boarding stair. Let's go and set that. Why can I not open it? Oh, it is. There it is. Hey, hey. So you can. I wonder if you can open the door. But there it is. The famous 727 rear door does, in fact, open. That's very cool. Yeah, we're not doing Aero Sucrasam Chewy Ops today in the 727 because we've got the passenger variant to show off. Oh, it looks like you might be able to open the door, you know. Oh, yes. There you go. You can. Manuel's here. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Kieran's here as well. Hello, friends. Good to see you all. Welcome in. To be fair, it's nice that we can actually go down the back of the cabin and have another look. Look, here's the rear galley as well. I wonder if we can control stuff from here. Or is it just at the front? I don't know. But yeah. Hello there. Got a little area. Is that the crew rest back here, maybe? And what looks to be another toilet. Adam, thank you for the follow. And Johnny! Hello! Thank you very much for the 101 months. Goodness me. Love you. Yay. I'm sad I can't I don't think I'm going to be able to make it as much as I would absolutely love to. Unfortunately, I've got to save the monies as much as I would love to be there. Mate, thank you very much for 101 months. I'm very jealous. I wish I was joining you to Seattle. Right, let me make sure that I actually close this door up. Oh, God. Well, there we go. But there you go. So you can go to the rear exit. That's very cool. I like that. So I'm just going to get rid of... Well, actually, I don't think I'm going to bother with GSX. I can't be bothered with the faff of it, if I'm totally honest with you. So if I go to options, what I'm going to do is I just want to get rid of that. So I'm going to go to the Siva INS, but I don't even think we're going to use that today. I want to go full retro. I want to go VOR to VOR, which Johnny... Well, yeah, Johnny will probably be glad that we're not using the Siva INS, because the last time I tried to use that in this aircraft with him didn't go well. Hey, Yaney's here as well. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good fly in the MD-11. Love it. You're smelling cigarette smoke. You shouldn't be because we've got the no smoking sign on. Right, let's see if we can go and get our flight plan in. So we're loading this. Here we go. So DFW to IAH. Lovely. There we go. Oh, the only thing that I need to do is I need to change to... Well, look at this. Smoke effects GSX auto mode. I might turn that off. Cabin lights. We'll put that to the cabin crew. There we go. They can control that. I just want to go to pounds. There we go. Imperial. So now that should be pounds. So let's just go and redo that. There we go. So you're going to see here that this isn't correct. The problem that we've got is that there's no GSX profile for the passenger version yet. So I might just want to double check this against the flight plan. Let's have a quick looky, shall we? So the zero fuel weight should be 133.3, which it's nowhere near. The fuel should be 22. So the fuel's correct. We just need to get the zero fuel weight up. So let's do just a quick load on that. There we go. Finished. And then the zero fuel weight will go and swing this up. Even if it's relatively close. 133.4. That's close enough for me. And then we'll just do that. There we go. So we've got a zero fuel weight of 133. Well, just shy of 133.5. Fuel of 22.0. That's giving us a gross of 155.5. Yeah, not far off this, so that's fine. It's a really short flight today. 45 minutes each way. As I say, we're going VOR to VOR. We're only cruising at flight level 250. But we're certainly going to keep ourselves busy on this one. That is for sure. So we're departing out on a J-pool departure with a CLL waypoint for our only waypoint on the flight plan, and then it's a Rice 1 arrival into Houston. So it's going to be a busy one today, that is for sure. Let's go and take a look at the weather, shall we? What is the weather saying here for... Where am I going? There, for Dallas-Fort Worth. It's been so long since I've been to Dallas. Right, the wind straight down the runway, 180 degrees, 17, gusting 23 today. So it's windy, but straight down the runway. Scattered clouds at 2,900, temperature 24, dew point 16, the altimeter 3005. Which the sim agrees with. So 3005 is set. Good. And then we can start looking at the routing, actually. We can start looking at the routing. So what we're going to do is, the way that they would fly this in real life is you would climb on a heading. So we're here. So we're going to depart on 17 right today. So for 17 right, it would be a climb on heading 160, maintain 10,000. So let's stick 10,000 in, just so that we don't forget it. And then we'll go and put the course to 160 degrees. And we'll go and match the heading to that for departure. Just so that we have that spot on. Then from there... What am I just going to do a long haul? No idea, mate. We basically... The way that we want to fly this is we're going to College Station today. The CLL VOR. So we want to head outbound from the Maverick VOR on a radial of 166. Which is nice and easy today. So that's 113.1. So let's go with 113.1. We will switch that over there. And hopefully it should come to life. And then I'll stick the course of 166 in, just to remember that. Then from there, the next VOR that we're going to pick up should be College Station on 113.3. So we'll enter... I'm going to enter over onto the other side as well. So 113.3. And what we'll do is we'll go and enter it in on this side as well. Because then hopefully it will show us our range to it once we pick it up a little bit later. So we're going to go... We're going to depart out on runway heading. Then we'll pick up the 166 radial outbound from the Maverick VOR. We'll continue on that track. And then we'll look to intercept the 154 radial to College Station. And then we'll have a look at the arrivals. So College Station, we need to overfly the VOR on a heading of 076. And then when we're 19 DME out from the College Station VOR, that's when we start to fly inbound towards the Humble VOR. So we've got lots to do today. It's going to keep us busy, but it should be good fun. So let's go and set up heading select. And I'll just stick us to about 15 degrees nose up for initial. And then I'm going to go and get the... I'm going to get my phone out and ask the crew manager to do the pre-flight checks. And he'll run through his systems now. Good. Good evening, Cyberdammy. Hello. Sorry if I've missed any hellos. Welcome in all. Good to see you. We're doing some VOR to VOR flying in the 727 today. The brand new pre-release passenger variant from FSS. And we've got some new scenery as well. We've got the brand new Imagine Sim Dallas-Fort Worth to try. That's quite a cool view with the sound of the APU starting up. Oh, and then it changes, but yeah. Bit of cinematic mode doing its stuff. Right, whilst that does that, let's go and do some takeoff performance then. So we are going... Was it 17 right that we said? Yeah, 17 right for departure. Flaps 5. Update that. And there we go. So we've got Performance, we've got a takeoff EPR of 2.0, N1 is 94.3, takeoff trim 4.5, and then there are speeds 142, 142, 150. So we'll set the EPR and trim, and we'll set the speeds. How's DFW? It's all right, actually. I mean, it's £25, so it's quite an expensive scenery, but it's not that bad. I think I'd expect it to feel a bit more alive, but I think it doesn't feel alive because it's a scenery that's I've not got any other traffic or anything going on at, and it's a huge scenery. So yeah, but it's all right. It's okay. Yeah, I'm using Chase Plane. I love it. I'm desperate for it in 2024. Yeah. So that there we go. It looks like we've got things picking up now. So that's all turned. So we've got the initial VOR, which is good. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a better American Airlines livery. Sure we will. Right, so I am going to get them to do finish their pre-flight checks. And then, honestly, we'll be pretty much ready to go shortly. Yeah, it's not the most glowing review for £25, but it's okay. I mean, it's much better than the default. I was happy to chime in to pick it up. I'm going to need to remember how to use the autopilot in this thing. It's been way too long again. Janio Janto, thanks for the follow. Thank you. Is Valanta worth? Well, Valanta's free, so... Yeah, the airport is huge. It's ridiculous. That's why it's so nice to finally see it in the sim. 7 runways. It's by no means a small feat. Right, so pre-flight checks are complete. Looks like we're on the APU, which is good. So what we'll do then is we will go and remove the boarding stair, which is finish that. The aft stair, will that now close it? Ah, there we go. That's bugged, so it doesn't show when it's open or closed, but there we go, it is closing it. And Simon, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'd much prefer if this was like the polished metal look, but oh well. So we should be on the APU now. APU's onto there. External power's disconnected. Packs are on and everything. Okay, cool. So we can disconnect the ground power. I think that's bugged. I feel like that's bugged. Oh, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. Ah, there we go. Right, parking brake is good. I'm just going to make sure that we're still on the APU, Jen. Yeah, we're all right, aren't we? I've not just shut the aircraft down. So chocks can go. The cones can go as well. Right. Let's go. We'll do a bit of a flow then. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll get them to do their before start flow, and then I'll just double check it. Oh shit, I think that has killed something because that's gone. Let me just check this. Hey, WD! Hello there! I think I've done something with the APU and messed it up. Hello! Good to see you. Thank you very much indeed. 46 months, and it's the 3rd sub of the day. Sorry, 4th sub of the day. That's really kind of you. Thank you, mate. I hope you're well. Hope you're well, hope you're well, hope you're well. Will they integrate an FMS? There already is. Yeah, there already is an FMS option. So you can choose in this aircraft. So you can either have the default Garmin 530. You can have the SIVA INS unit and use INS navigation. They've recently made a GNS XLS FMS. Or you can have, like, I've got a Garmin 750. So you can have that as well. But we're not using any of that today. We're doing VOR to VOR. Right, I feel like I have majorly messed something up. Does it just reset the course? It's doing all of its checks, but I feel like the APU bus has messed itself up. The UNS, yes. That is very loud. What's doing that? And why is it still doing it? That's the question. I feel like something is activating when it shouldn't be. That sound is infuriating. This aircraft isn't fully available for MSFS 2024 yet. No. Right, I want to switch to the APU. Right, something's bugged because... I fear something is bugged because there is something shouting at me and I don't know what it is. I've been having intermittent problems lately flying this plane. On occasion it seems like there is a WASM crash with the electric system. Oh, really? No, I think things are working. But... what the heck is that noise? It's annoying me. I've never heard that before in this aircraft, and it will not stop. Well, I didn't break the plane because it was the automated engineer that's broken it. I wasn't touching things. It does a bit sound like it's the overspeed. I wonder if I should put this thing back to cold and dark and restart the checks. I don't like it. I don't trust it. Is that even going to let me? Right, okay. Well, that stopped it at least. Let's try this again. Oh. That's not stopped it. What the heck is it? It's literally the second we put on external power, even just the battery. Check the flight engineer's panel to see if the overspeed warning button is stuck. Where's that? I didn't even see that. This is a good start, isn't it? To a pre-release plane. I don't think there is a thing there, is there? Well, am I going to have to restart? I really don't want to have to, otherwise we're probably only going to do one flight today, to be honest. Would the trim bell make that sound? I don't even know, mate. Ah. Got it. It's that. It's the Mach airspeed test. There it is. Found it. Found it! Sorry. Right. Let's do the... What should I do? Should I do these checks again? Do we reckon? That's an annoying one to have. Because I fear that it's... I don't know. We'll see. fear that it's not done all the things that it had a moment ago, like all of this. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to let it run through that stuff again.
Battery on and APU check. APU gen close. Radio master is on. Parking brake is on. Galley power on.
It's interesting that the course now doesn't
APU
work.
gen close.
Ah, that'll be why.
Oil quantity test complete.
Right, we'll just let it run through its stuff again very quickly. It won't take us long, and then we'll make sure that we get, that we get out of here. I'd rather just double check it, and whilst it's doing that, we can go and do our stuff. So 10,000's into there, that's fine. Altimeter's set, the initial departure track is set. The performance stuff should be set. We'll just double check it.
Opening bleeds. Engine 1.
So that's the takeoff performance stuff set.
Engine 3. APU.
Yes, Providence to a flight sim rave. I thought that was a very interesting concept. And what is the landing elevation? 96. Thought that was very interesting. So we'll put the landing altitude to 100.
Fuel dump switches closed.
Hello, Becca. You alright, lovely?
Fuel dump valve intersit lights tested.
Good.
Fuel dump nozzle intersit lights tested. Fire bell test completed.
I'm just going to start to do these things and get it going. Because it's going to take a while otherwise, I think. We should have all the fuel and everything set from earlier.
Main panel lights checked.
Yeah, it's still got all of that. Good.
Throttle warning horn tested.
How's the DFW scenery? Yeah, it's okay. It's not exactly set my world on fire, but it's alright. Okay, right. Pre-flight complete. We'll let it do the before start, and then we'll be ready to go.
Altimeter is set to 1.
Let's close the door for us.
Nav beacon and logo light set. Emergency exit lights are.
I do like that it does have this option to do all of this stuff automated for you.
Radios on.
It was windy last night. I barely slept. The bins were flying around. Oh dear. Got to go and get it in the garage at 3 a.m. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Stall warning tested. Engine and wing anti-ice off.
Right, whilst that fast, let's go and get GSX in place as well. Are you a real pilot? No.
Anti-skid tested. Comparators checked.
So there's no GSX profile with this scenery, unfortunately.
Ground proximity warning system checked.
Very windy at Gatwick. Will this ever be released on PS5? What? The sim? I don't think so, mate. No, I've got no idea.
Throttle warning horn tested.
Are you real pilot?
Stabilizer trim checked.
Is it doing it again?
Trim tested and set.
Luckily, we know what it is now.
Flight director checked. Boost pumps 1 on. Hydraulic pump 1 is on.
It should be pretty much rocking and rolling then.
Fire control checked.
Is GSX here? I did request GSX, didn't I?
DC power checked.
Hello, GSX.
Rudder power checked and on.
Is GSX not working? I've updated it to the latest version.
Chocks cones and stairs disconnected. Before start checks complete.
We might have to do a power back. That will be fun. Or is it going to work? Looks like it's going to work. Okay, right, good. So that's all fine. We'll go and close this thing down. How do I get rid of it again?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
There we go. We'll go and get that out of the way. Right, cool. So we are ready for engine start. Once we get this pushback underway. Oh, I'm sure there will be some sort of other unexplainable issue due to my flying this aircraft. I love the 727, but I still don't fly it regularly enough to class myself as an expert. Scotty, hello. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you, mate. This American livery, isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry. I should have chosen a different livery. That's my bad. Okay. Right, well then, we are ready to go. What do you mean safe? Fly or use? Okay, nose right, tail left. Hey, it's a prime sub. It's James. Hello. Thank you, James. 31 months. Good timing, mate. Timed perfectly. Oh, hello. Timed perfectly with pushback. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. Right, we're going to turn the packs off. And then we're going to go and start the engine. So we'll start with number 3. There we go, and we're gonna look. I think it's an N2 of 20% is what I normally do to put the fuel in. Not quite yet, so I don't think a helicopter would fit on this aircraft. All right, in goes the fuel. Well, I can hear an engine starting up. Yeah, well, I was expecting this livery to be the chrome option, but for some reason it's not. I've not looked at the taxi or anything like that, to be honest with you. So we're going to go just Echo Juliet and then down to the end on Kilo. Okay, so looks like we've got a stable start over there on number 3. So we'll go and close the guard for that. We'll start the left engine. Oops. So we've got starter valve open. And we've got N2 rising. There's 10%. It looks like the pushback's done a good job, considering we're just using the default GSX profile. There is no GSX profile that came with the airport. Okay, there's 20%. In goes the fuel. Go and set the parking brakes. Yes, the MSFS forums are down for maintenance. Although it should have been done by now. Maybe it's taken longer than it was estimated to. But there was scheduled maintenance today for the forums. Have you flown the A350 lately? I think we flew it last week, didn't we? Well, EDDL, nobody can categorically tell you, like, with 100% guarantee that you're never going to experience a crash in any piece of software, mate. It doesn't quite work like that. Not every add-on works in 2024 yet. Yeah. Right, okay, looks like we've got a stable start on engine number 1. So now we'll start engine number 2.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
So starter valves open on number 2. David, behave yourself. Naughty boy. Right. Let's go and monitor this engine start. Low oil pressure light's gone out. Looking good. Right. Good. 3 engine starts then. So we'll go and turn the packs on. Engine 2/APU bleed can go. That can go there. That can go there. Do we close these? I think we do, right? Stick those on. Stick those on. Stick that off. I'll put that to flight now so that I don't forget. I don't know about the gasper fan and out cargo heat outflow. I don't know what to do with those, won't I? Galley power, I guess I'll turn all that on. And then on the overhead, we'll go and make sure the probes are on. Water brake is RTO. Anti-skid can go on. We'll go and select the flaps to 5 degrees. Oops, wrong one. Interesting flap sounds. And then I'll go and get this guy to go and do the after start checks and everything.
After start checks.
Just to see if there's anything we've forgotten. But if not, we should be good to go.
All gens closed. Beacon light on.
That's not what I want.
DC power check.
Go away.
Boost pumps all on. Hydraulic system repump.
Just going to set that view up so we can do a flyby. Happy Wednesday, Mr. Jazz. Where are you flying to? We're flying from Dallas, Fort Worth to Houston, Texas today.
Alternate flaps off.
So very short flights. We're doing VOR to VOR only today.
Engine and wing anti-ice off.
I might put my rad out to 1500s as a reminder to accelerate.
Anti-skid check and off. Comparators check.
Glide slope.
Glide slope.
Ground proximity warning system check.
Do we still have route commands? No, I don't think I've had that on my stream for years.
Airspeed warning check. Yaw dampers on. Spoilers to 10.
Is it doing it again?
Flight director check.
What is it with this thing and this Mach airspeed test? It likes doing it, doesn't it?
After start checks complete.
Okay, right. Let's get starting on the taxi then, and we'll let it do its taxi checks as we go.
Taxi checks.
So parking brakes are released.
Taxi lights are on.
Add a bit of thrust in, and hopefully we'll roll
Flaps
away.
5. EPR is set to 2.00. Trim is set to 0.08.
So actually we'll go ahead and go on to Lima and then down to the end, I think.
Heat on. Air condition check and set. Taxi checks complete.
Cool. Okie dokie then. Which platform do you prefer? Feels like you're wanting to wind down YouTube. What do you mean? Wind down YouTube? I stream exactly the same hours on YouTube as I do on Twitch. Have you ever flown to the UK? In the sim? Yes, thousands of times. Right, we're taxiing. Nothing like a bit of a flyby view, but in taxi. What, look at that. Beautiful. Bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. I don't know if we could see our ground speed anywhere without the SIVA INS. I can see it on my overlay, but that's about it. Right, we'll do the before takeoff.
Before takeoff, check started. Auto brakes set to RTO. Ignition set to continuous. Essential power on Gen 3. Anti-skid is on. Strobe lights on. Landing lights on. Taxi lights off. Transponder on. APU off.
Quite like the flight director, actually.
All on. And cross speed number 2 open. Oil cooler off. Air condition check and set.
Okay.
Pressure switch on flight mode. Before takeoff, checks complete.
Lovely. Right, we'll keep the aircraft rolling then, and we'll rock and roll. Let's head to Houston. Here we go. Now that's very interesting. Oh no, it's fine. Ignore me. It's not interesting at all. I'm just an idiot. Okay. The cockpit view's very bumpy. We might want to adapt that. So, takeoff power set.
80 knots.
Checked.
Rotate. Positive brake.
Gear up. Pollution. Okay, so we'll make the turn. Actually, we might as well just stay on this heading to intercept the radial. Okay, there's 1800, so we'll bring the power back. Start to lower the nose to accelerate. Okay, flaps 2. We'll also try and bug up. It's 250 knots. Flap 0. And then what we'll do is we'll try and get the autopilot in. So that there, heading alt cell. And then we're just at 250 knots, so we'll go IAS hold. Okay, right. Looking all right then. So we're just climbing through 4,000 feet. And then what I'm going to try and do is I'm actually going to try and turn back on that heading of 180 degrees and try and see if we can intercept the outbound of 166. So what we'll then go and do is we'll go and arm nav lock, which it's already got, so VOR lock. So we're now tracking, we're going to track outbound on a 166 course from the, was it the, what VOR was the name again? The Maverick, Tango 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 VOR. Cool, so 250 knots in the climb. We'll go and get this guy to do his after takeoff stuff.
After takeoff checks. Ignition set to on.
And off we go. Yeah, this is a Boeing 727. This is the FSS Boeing 727-200, which is actually releasing the passenger variant. So with this nice new cabin and everything, tomorrow. The freighter variant's already released, but we've now got the passenger variant, and this is a pre-release showcase of it, and it's coming out tomorrow. Right, speed's looking really good. So we are on VOR lock, so it should be taking us on that. We can always go and double check. There we go. So that's where we are. And then the next course should be 154. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that over here. Oh, that's 1,000 to go. So what we'll do... Hello there. We're only going up to 25,000 feet today. Ah, yeah, it's gone into alt mode. So what we actually want to do is we want to disengage that. Go into IAS hold again. And then it will keep us climbing. Although, actually, what we'll want to do is to accelerate first. So let's go vertical speed. We'll pitch forward a bit. Actually, we might need to just disengage the autopilot for that. Oh, actually, no. We can do that with the autopilot engaged. I'm silly, because we can just do it this way. So let's try and go heading select, nav lock, alt cell. So there's VOR lock, there we go. And then we're in vertical speed mode now. So we'll bring the nose down. Whoops, not that far down. So that we're descending. To about 280 knots for the rest of the climb. And then we'll go into IAS hold. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, looking good. Looking good, chat. Take the seatbelt signs out. And then, yeah, what I was going to do was to put the course of 154 in here so that I remember it. Oh, shoot. That seems to change this course. That's annoying. Why has it done that? I thought they shouldn't be linked. I was pretty sure. I thought the different compasses shouldn't be linked. Yeah, they are separate. That's very weird. Okay, right, looking good in the climb then. Apologies for that. We're still on course. We're a little bit off track just because of that. But we're still going to where we want to go. And then we're going to be looking to go inbound College Station 1133. So let's keep our heading matched up as well. And hopefully we'll pick up that VOR at some point. The next thing that we need to do is work out a top of descent and everything and our approach into Houston. Let's just go and see what weather what runway is in use. So the winds are 180 degrees at 8 knots. So that's literally a direct crosswind. So that doesn't help us out. So let's go and see. As I said, this is going to be super high workload, this flight. It's really busy, this one, because it's only about 50 minutes or so. What are they using? It looks like they're on an easterly, so 08 left. Okay. So if we're on... No, sorry, we're not flying to Halifax today. Sorry. So we're landing easterly, so we can expect bats at 9,000. So let's do some maths. No. What am I doing? Oh my god, I can't type. So 16 times, so about 50-ish miles before, sorry, 50-ish miles before Rice. So that's 50 minus 6 minus 9 minus 19. That's 37. Okay, so about, what's interesting is that it's actually about 16 nautical miles before College Station. It's top of descent. Right. Well, we're on our way. We can go and set standard on the altimeter now. 299.2. Go and set it over there as well. 299.2. And on the third one. Oh, this is fun. I've forgotten what it's like flying VOR to VOR. It's been a while. And we'll go and get the music playing. So now we are just hoping that we get track of the CLL, the College Station VOR soon, which is on 113.3. Yeah, I've definitely still got that in there. So that's what we're hoping to get track of soon. If not, I don't know how we're going to, what the actual procedure would normally be over Elva here. Go on outside view. There's this beautiful word in the English language that begins with P and ends with lees. But yes, we will go on an outside view. Pilees, that's the one. Yeah, that's the word. Penguin for lease. Yeah, that's one word. Yeah, that's it. Thetan, thanks very much for the follow. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Up the Toon it is. I've just realised what the name is. Up the Toon, thanks very much for the follow. Well, we're flying in the right direction, chat, which is a good start, right? It's a good start. Have you tried the new chase plane? That's exactly what we're using right now to do this cinematic mode. Yeah. Alfie, thank you for the follow on the TikTok as well. Thank you, mate. Cam, hello. How you doing? Is this a new plane? Yes and no. This is the FSS Boeing 727 for MSFS 2020, which has been out since last August. However, they only had the freighter version. And now releasing tomorrow is this variant, which is the passenger version, which comes with a cabin and everything. So this is a pre-release aircraft right now, technically. The plane is dropping? No, it's just gone into alt hold.
That's bad.
Right. Yeah, no, the plane's not descending. We're still climbing. We're still at about 1,600 feet per minute or so. Two days left till dissertation in. Nice. Right, there's alt. So we've captured 25,000 feet. And now we'll accelerate. What should we go for? We'll go for about 300 knots. It's about Mach 0.73 at this altitude. And my real concern now is the fact that we've not picked up the next VOR. That's my real big concern here, is that we've still not picked up College Station. So I know that I should be turning soon. But we are, what? Around about 80 miles out from the VOR, and we've not picked it up yet. It's definitely correct. 113.3. Yeah, I've got it there. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to engage the auto thrust now. As well. which might find cheating, but it does help with the workload a little bit when we've got so much going on. I've got no idea, Flight Sim Noob. Do you prefer to fly freight or passengers? Well, it's a sim, really, so it doesn't really make a difference. Don't know, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Whee! Ha ha ha. Beautiful! It's a nice clear day as well. But as I say, it's not a very long flight. It's not a very long flight. We've only got about 70 or so miles tops until top of descent. Tops until top of descent. So we're pretty much going to have to YOLO a lot of stuff. We're going to have to get stuff done pretty quickly. We'll go with order break. I think order break min. How long's the runway? Oh, the runway's only 2,700 meters. It's actually not that long of a runway. We're doing an ILS 8 left approach today. So let's go order break medium then. God, we've still not picked up that VOR. We could probably get some landing performance in. So that's what the weather is at... So I'm not going to set this here, but we've got a VRF of 133 is what it's expecting us to have. So that's fine. So we'll probably put the marker at about 140 then. I don't know what's the deal with price versions for this. I really don't. In terms of the actual systems and stuff, it seems to be exactly the same as the freighter version. So I hope they aren't going to charge a great amount for the passenger version. I know this is cheating, chat, but we should be picking up this VOR. I'm just going to continue as we are right now, but we should be picking up this VOR. But so far, we're just flying outbound on this. 20% discount for freighter owners. That is quite... I guess it's actually pretty cheap, so yeah. How's the UNS in it? Well, it's not got a UNS. It's got its own like GNS XLS thing that they've custom coded. I used that last time and it was pretty good fun to fly to use, but we're doing VOR to VOR today, which is making it more difficult. So we've got order break medium that we're going to do. We'll worry about frequencies and stuff a little bit later. That's a job for the descent. We've got a VAP, we'll do about 140. We've got the landing elevation in. We're going to do an ILS approach runway 8 left. And then I'm not too sure where American actually park. But it'll be a little bit of a taxi. So we'll vacate and then go November Papa and across and then in somewhere here. I don't actually know where they park. How do you understand this type of aircraft? Practice. Practice. I heard an MD-11 is supposed to be coming to Xbox. Is this true? No idea, mate. Not a clue. And then the only other thing that I'm going to do is just put a rad out of 500 in for the minima. The ILS, just as a bog standard. I think that's what Pan Am used to do. Terminal A is American. Okay, cool. So, oh, okay, cool. So that's over here then. That's quite nice. So we'll go and park up here somewhere. So we'll go all the way across here and then park up somewhere here. Chat, I'm worried that this VOR isn't actually serviceable. Because we're inbound it now and it's not picked it up. I mean, what I could do is I could switch to heading select. And then I could try and switch it across. Oh, is it got it? No, it's not. It might be out of the surface. Well, I mean, without it, we're going to struggle unless we cheat looking at Navigraph, unfortunately. What VOR is it? It's the College Station VOR. 113.3. And, I mean, we're only about 40 odd miles out from it. So Surely we should be picking it up now, but it's not being picked up at all. What the heck is this music? What did we say? How many miles out from thingy did we want to descend? About 15. Well, yeah. Ah, there it is. We've got it. Finally. Right, let's look to intercept that then. So I'll just give ourselves a heading. Finally, we've got the CLL VOR. Right, good. So then we'll arm nav lock. And there we go. We've got VOR lock now, so it's going to pick up that radial. Right, okay. So after the CLL VOR, it's going to be the IAH VOR on 116.6, which will give us a good trap mileage to landing. There we go. So that's picked that one up really nicely. So now that we are on, yeah, 113.3, we'll have this as 116.6, and then the next frequency, once we're inbound 116.6, will be the ILS frequency. Cool. Right, so we're actually not that far away from top of descent, chat. If I've calculated top of descent correctly, which I probably haven't. I don't know if there's a way we can see what our ground speed is in this. But I'm just going to aim for a standard 2,000 feet per minute descent, I think, and hope for the best. That's actually bang on low for low VFRs. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's fine. It was just interesting that it took so long for us to pick it up. What I'd also quite like is to have some instrument lighting on so that I can actually see. Ah, that's better now. I can actually see. There you go. Look, now we can actually see things a little bit better. I've not got all the lighting on properly here. I need to go through all of these, but there we go. So what's the heading that we need to go outbound? We need to go outbound 076. So let's set that up as well. I told you there's a lot to do on this. So that is going to be, so that's 65, that's, so it's going to be about there. Right, altitude that we're going to want to descend to is 9,000. We will level out at that. Yeah. If you want to double check your math, the clipboard has a simple calculator. Yeah, but I feel like that's cheating. I feel like that's cheating using that calculator. What's the purpose of trap miles? I noticed that they use a lot in Europe, but not really in the US. I don't know. Is it different? I honestly don't know. Right, okay, so we're going to go vertical speed then. Is that right? If I want to go... Ah, yeah, arm that. Right. And then we're going to start our descent. Told you it was super quick, didn't I? Right, so down we go. Auto thrust should be handling the engines, which is fine. So we'll let that do its job. And then we're making our way down. So obviously this is difficult because, you know, normally we'd have ATC and stuff like that. So this is essentially what we're going to do. So we're going to try and leave or overfly the VOR heading 076. And then we're going to try and get radial 313 inbound towards Humble. We're aiming to be Rice at 9,000, and then it would be light where we would get vectored. No, sorry, it would be earlier than that. Oh no, expect vectors prior to light. So we will have to use this, you know, to help ourselves a little bit, even though it is cheating using this, but that's because we've not got any ATC or anything. So we're just kind of YOLOing this, I guess, in a way. We are YOLOing this. American 727s were delivered with the Siva INS and in 1996 were upgraded to the HD9100. Yeah, but VOR to VOR is way more fun. Way more fun. As much as I like the Siva INS. No. Sorry. No. So we'll start to make that heading soon. That heading change soon. Right, yeah. We're just going over the cone of confusion, so let's go heading select. And now what we want to do is tune 116.6 and the inbound radial of I think it's 313. Although it's going to be the reciprocal of that, isn't it? Is that correct? What's the reciprocal of 313? 133. Is that correct? And then we're going to have a look at the weather. 133, cool. So the weather at Houston. The wind's 110 degrees at 10 knots. Broken clouds at 4,300. Broken at 25,000. Temperature 27. Dew point 15. And the altimeter is 3011. Cool. So we probably slightly overshot that turn. Yeah, we have. But it's not the end of the world. I should have turned earlier. Before we got to the cone of confusion. I don't really know why I'm even using the flight director because it's not really helping me here, but hey. Right, so altimeter 3011. We'll go and set that in. God, this is so busy! I wonder if it'll be able to intercept the VOR at such an angle. Right, I'm going to ignore the standby one for the moment. So 30, so that's fine. So now we're going to be established that, yeah, perfect. And then we need the ILS frequency now. So the ILS frequency is 11155. So I'll put that in on here as well. God, it's been so long since I did this, but it is good fun. I'm going to arm navlock. And see if it actually gets it. Oh, it looks like it's turning. It might have done it nicely, actually. I think we're going to be pretty high for where we actually want to be. So I am going to yeet this mother trucker down. I think because we did this turn late and now it's doing this turn early, it's going to yeet us. We're gonna struggle a bit. Right, let's put the seatbelt signs back on. Will this be fully compatible with 2024? Not yet. They're working on it. It's having some issues because they can't get the APU to start, I think they said. Right, I'm gonna do a quick prediction then, chat. So predictions are in for the landing. And we'll see how we go. This is good fun. I'm enjoying this. Right, and then in terms of a heading, well, we're going to need to work out what sort of a heading that we want to take. Really. So if that's 12, that's 20. Oh, God. I think we want to take it at Muller. So how far out is Muller? Okay, that's 20. So 20 DME out from the VOR is when we'll turn. I'll probably just go straight south. And then we've got Flibs at 3,000, but we'll go down to 2,000 at Jason. And hope to God that we can capture it. Right, let's slow down for 250 knots. because we are very fast at the moment. So we've got about 20 miles before we want to turn. Let's do the approach checks. Right, as much as I'm enjoying the music, this is a very short flight and I've got to concentrate, so I'm going to turn it off. Sorry.
Brake pressure check.
Come on, speed, come back.
013.
No, don't start climbing, aircraft. Ah, I know why you've climbed, because we've reached 9,000. To be fair, I think we might have reached 9,000 as we wanted to. Yes, we have. Wow, we're literally right on it. Okay, cool. We'll take that. Somehow we managed to do that. So let's arm the new altitude there. There's 250 knots. Wow, okay, nice. And then we'll continue on the descent. What I actually think I'm going to do is... So we've got 36 or so track... We've got 36 miles to the airport. And we're through 9,000 feet. So I'd say our descent is actually looking okay. I'm still going to keep the descent going because I'd rather level out and be low than not be. We've not really got a concern about terrain here. How's the new DFW scenery? It's not too bad, Hans. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's okay. And then I'm going to take a heading of... I'm probably going to break off on a heading of 180, to be honest. Ready to intercept for the ILS. Right, okay, so approach checklist is done. God, there's so much to do. Who's it by? Imagine Sim. Yeah, it's new Imagine Sim scenery. 133, that's the correct... Yeah, see, look, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We've got 12 miles until we break off to intercept. I'm trying to work out exactly how many track miles we've got then. Yeah, I think we're alright. I think we're okay on track miles for landing. Is my auto thrust still doing speed? Or is it struggling? What we could do is we could go IAS hold for the descent, actually. I'm enjoying this. Ah, look, there's the ILS. 25 miles. So 25 miles to run through 6,000 feet. That sounds all right to me. I am a little bit concerned about my auto thrust and whether that's actually engaged or not. Because it's not holding the speed as we would like it to. I am going to want to slow down soon. So I would quite like it to. Let's see if I can engage that and whether that will actually do anything. I am in IAS hold mode, so it should be. Why is it not slowing down? Okay, we're going to have to go into vertical speed and control it that way. Because for some reason the auto thrust isn't doing what we want it to. Right, let's start to think about slowing down. God, this is tense! How are we doing on altitude? Yeah, I'd say we're okay. Right, let's make the turn now. So we're going to go turn knob heading select. We're going to switch over to the ILS frequency. And then the course is 087. Oh, it's already got it for me. That's very nice. Good. Right, flaps 1. Why will this aircraft not slow down? We are at 300 feet per minute. And it's just refusing to slow down. So now we're on the base for the ILS. It looks like we're low on the glide slope. The only concern that I've really got is our speed. I realise that the autopilot and the auto throttle aren't connected, but it still should be bringing that back. When you're on IAS hold, it should drop the rate of descent to then match the speed, right? Luckily, that speed looks to be coming back now. And we'll just chill out on that rate of descent. And then we'll look to start intercepting for the ILS shortly. Aha! It grabs the IAS hold from where the active speed is. Ah, okay, I see. No, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I thought it... No, I don't think it does. Seems to be holding it right now. Right, let's go flaps 5. Now it's a case of knowing when we want to turn on to the ILS. So this is where we are at the moment. So Flibs, we want to be at 3,000. Jason is the lowest at 2,000. The MSA is 2,400. So we're not worried about if we do go low. What I reckon we could probably do then is almost actually start to turn to intercept. This is great fun. Yeah, the auto throttle should get the bug, which it wasn't. It was like 20 knots over it. Okay, altitude's fine. We're through 3,500, so I'm happy with where we're going with that. Yeah, there we go. Now it's starting to drop it, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working as intended. There's the airport. This is great. Whoopsie daisy, I didn't mean to do that. Right, glide slope is alive. Let's look to go on an intercept heading then, shall we? Oh, my ground textures look a bit weird. That might be cutting in a little bit early. Oh no, it's alright actually. So we'll keep the rate of descent going then, because we're catching up with that glide slope now. And then we will arm the approach. So we've got VOR lock and glide slope armed now. We're below the glide slope, 1,000 feet to go. We're at 180 knots at 10 miles. Yes, this is great. There's the airport straight in front of us. And hopefully this heading will work to intercept. I'm just going to keep that rate of descent going so that we don't get above the glide slope. I think we've done all right here. Love it. So we're just waiting for that ILS to pick up. The go-around altitude is 4,000. So let's slow speed back to 160. So it's captured 2,000 now. So we're just hoping that we get the localizer. And we'll go gear down, flaps 15. It should whack in a load of thrust now. There we go, there's the localizer. Turn! Come on, turn! There's a localizer there! Turn! Thank you. And there's glide slope! Oh, yes! So we're 160 on glide slope. Oh, I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. 5 miles to run. Okay, so let's fully configure. So flaps 30. And then we'll get this guy to do the landing checks, and then we'll take control for the landing.
Landing checks. Flaps 30. Ignition set to continuous.
It's bumpy out there.
Is on. Landing checks complete.
Okay, landing checks complete. Oh my god, it's bumpy. Right, okay, so let's take out the auto thrust and the autopilot. I can't see the pappy lights to save my life. I'm actually so happy with how we've flown that though, I'm not going to lie, chat. Okay, touch low. Wish me luck! The winds are all over the shop. Continue.
500. 400.
We need more vomit bags. Hey, I can't do anything about the wind. That's not me doing that. That's the wind. God, that wind's throwing us right off. I'm not moving my feet at all with that yaw going like that. Just watch the speed.
200.
Oh, that's why I can't see the pappy lights, because they don't exist in the scenery. Brilliant.
100.
It's always helpful, isn't it?
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, I feel like chase plane is very aggressive. Okay. Speed brakes are up. Reverses are normal. $70 knots. Manual brakes. Auto brake disarm. I think the chase plane head bobbing effect is way too aggressive. $60 knots. Forward idle. And there we go. We made it. I think I need to turn that setting down. I tweaked it last time and I think it's changed again. Well, that was good fun. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Houston. Well, that was a lot of work, but very good fun.
After landing checks. Brake pressure checked. Pressure switched to ground. Landing and strobe lights are off. Taxi lights are on. Flaps up. Spoilers down. Anti-skid off. Ignition set to off. Elevator trim set to neutral.
I want to check that landing rate before we park up, because I don't think that was too bad of a landing. Are we at DFW? No, we're at IAH. We just landed at Houston.
Starting APU.
That was a very busy flight. We didn't get a second really to go into an outside view and enjoy the aircraft because we were busy the whole frickin' way.
APU gen closed. Essential power on APU.
Which route will you fly across the pond? I mean, I have got a slot, but I don't know if I'll be actually doing the event yet. I don't think I will be. Did they reset the altimeter? Or was that me? Because I swear we set the altimeter to 3011, but now it's showing not that. Which is interesting. Right, so we are there. So we're going to cross 26 left at November Papa and then go November Alpha down to like November Foxtrot.
Engine 2 bleed open. AP bleed open. AP gen close.
The checklist might have done it during the approach check. Oh! Oh, well then that would have been a great excuse for us slamming it if it had reset my altimeter. That's a stupid thing if it does that. Nah, I'm offline today. What was the landing rate? I mean, it was a 315, but the head bobbing made it look like it was a minus 700. That was lighter than our CRJ landing into JFK the other day. It didn't look it with the GSX, not with the GSX, with the chase plane head bobbing though, did it? So I think I need to edit that. Oh, Asdev, 93 months. Thank you. That is very kind of you indeed. Thank you, my good friend. 55 months in a row, 93 months in total. Welcome back. Thank you, mate. Where is it? It's here. Oh, and then 777. Sorry, there was actually a double sub. I just realized it came through in the wrong order. 777, thank you very much for the 44 months. Thank you, both of you. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Hello, hello. I think it's this. I feel like it could be this that's causing it. I can't turn the touchdown effect anymore, so I think it's the intensity that's doing it. So I've halved it, and we'll see if that's any better. Thank you, both of you. Cheers for the double sub. 44 months for 777 driver, all the four, so 4 months away from 4 years. And then 93 months for Asdev. Thank you, both of you. So Terminal A, we are going to go on Alpha 14. And ESSA Glazer, thank you for the follow. Oh wait, you think it's the aircraft? I've got on a 115, it feels like the plane was going to crumble. Same setting on the Phoenix and it seems about right. Oh. Oh, well that's interesting to know. Right, so where are we? Yeah, so we're going to go November Foxtrot and in. So yeah, this is the FS Dream Team Houston scenery. Not too bad at all, this one. Yeah, FSDT. That's the one. FSDT indeed. Well, yeah, I have to say, that was quite a lot of fun doing that VOR to VOR. It's been a long time since we've done a purely VOR to VOR flight. And it certainly kept things interesting. So here's November Foxtrot. And then our stand is this one here on the edge. Always makes you appreciate the modern aircraft. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Taxi's longer than the flight, almost. Yeah, not far off, to be honest. Okay, there we are. So parking brake is set. APU should be all on the buses, which it looks like it is. APU's there, APU's there. Generators are set, I think. So we should actually be good to just shut down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Houston. Well, that was good fun. I enjoyed that. Seatbelt signs off then. Beacon light off. What else do we need to do? That's fine. That's fine. Hydraulics can go. I think we would turn these off. I can't actually remember, to be honest with you. I think that's okay as is. And then, because the only thing here is, yeah, because there's the, now we've got the secure cockpit checklist. But I don't think I want to do that because that will, I'm just going to operate the jetway. I think that will then mess things up. I don't know. I might just leave it as is with the APU. It won't shut it down. I thought securing is shutting it down, isn't it? It puts it in a turnaround state. All right, well, I'll give it a go and we'll see what happens.
Securing aircraft checks. Parking brake is on.
I think it's going to shut the whole thing down.
Transponder off. Engine and window anti-ice off. Beacon off. Emergency exit lights
Oh.
off. Hydraulic system pumps off. Radial mask off. Securing checks complete.
Oh, no, you are right. Okay, good. Right, there we go. Securing checks complete. Lovely. I'll leave it on the APU. Have you ever used a Stream Deck for Flight Sim? No, I haven't actually. I've heard they are incredibly good though. I've got friends who have, and I've heard they're incredibly good. Lovely. Well, yeah, there we have it. First flight in the 727 passenger version, and we are safely on the ground in Houston. That was good fun. I enjoyed that bit of VOR to VOR flying. So the plan is to do that for the return. Do you guys want to see the return, or are we good? I will not be offended if you've had your share of VOR to VOR flying just with that one flight. I will not be offended at all. But yeah, there it is. That was an interesting one. So if we go and have a look at it, I mean, I think we did all right, considering the fact that we didn't pick up the VOR for ages. This looks all okay. There's College Station. And all of this sector here, and then the vectors for the ILS worked out really nicely, actually, in the end. The descent planning was about as good as we could have got it. So I'm really happy with the way that we planned our descent. And then the landing itself, well, I mean, that's pretty much smack bang on the markers. It was a 315 and a 1.04 G-force. Yeah, I think Chase Plane made it look like it was about a minus 700 FPM landing. But that's pretty good. 315 FPM, there's nothing wrong with that. 1.04 G-force is fine. It was only a 38-minute flight. Goodness gracious. So, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And there's our taxi in. Very happy with that descent planning phase. Still got a bit of work to do with my VOR to VOR navigation, but we got the premise in. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, we'll do the return then. We'll do the return. Let's get some music going. I'll stick in this view. I'll stick in this view, shall I? And I'm going to leave the APU running on the aircraft, because it won't take us long to turn it around. You flew over College Station at PA28R in 97. Wow. Oh, well, there you go. You can use them. Oh, really? Can you actually, Amesy? Oh, that's... Ooh, I might have to contact Elgato then and see if I can get one. Yeah, I'll message them. Right, okay. Let's go and do the flight plan for the return then. I enjoyed that a lot. That was an interesting flight. So we're going to depart on... I think they're departing on the 15s, aren't they? Yeah. So is it 15 right? And then Dallas-Fort Worth will land on 17 Center. Hey, Mark! Hey, it is an 82-month sub. Hi! Thank you, mate! Heading altitude and speed. Yeah, that's cool. Mark, you are a legend. Thank you for the prime sub. Very, 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 very much appreciated, mate. Thank you. Right, we want to change the routes to be VOR only, and we'll go up to 26,000, I think, on this. Is that gonna find one? VOR only. Why is that not picking it up, chat? So I think it wanted us on the Leona 4 departure. The problem is that, oh god, look at this. I don't think it's going to be able to find a route because it is such a short flight. Oh shit. So what would be the arrival? Jaeger 4 would be the most likely arrival. Am I being an idiot? What? Oh, I hate this. Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong airport, that's why. So, Jaeger 4. Oh, from Leona. Okay. Where's Dallas-Fort Worth? It's there. Yeah, that's not a great one. What about the... Is this the other one? Ah, this is the better one. The Cedar Creek 3. So the routing is... Oh my god, this is going to be interesting. I don't quite know how we're supposed to... Oh no, you just go Leona direct to there. And then there. Okay. This should be good fun. Right, so the routing is going to be LOA 4, CQY 3. CLOA, and then it's going to be the CQY 3. There we go. Good. Right, perfect. That's all we need. What was the landing rate? Oh yeah, I need to do the prediction. It was a 315. It was a 315. So it was a bit heavier than 250. So people will get some points for that one. Right, good. But I don't think it was too bad. We were smack bang on the marker, right in the centre. And chase plane made it look like it was like a minus 700 FPM landing rate. We'll see what it's like now that we've lowered the intensity. See if it's any better for the second route. And we'll get it into here as well. I should be in Tokyo right now, chat, and I won't lie, I'm really sad. Like, really sad. I can't put it into words how sad I am right now that I'm not. So, it looks like climb on a sign heading for radar vectors to Willis. Maintain 16,000. But we're just going to go Leona. So, we'll most likely yeet it around and then go outbound of Humble on radial 327 inbound to Leona. And then we're going to be leaving Leona. We'll see. We're going to be leaving Leona on a 341 radial. Right. I might just keep the music on whilst we're setting up the aircraft. Screw it. Let's do it. So I'm going to see if I can get this thing to do these. Oh, nice. It's actually reset these. So I'm going to get it to do the pre-flight checks whilst we just go and put in the new information. Because all we need to do is set up the VORs. So let's have a look. The altimeter is 3011. So let's make sure that that's actually set correctly. Do you guys mind the music on or would you prefer it off? It feels a bit weird having it on. Off. Okay, off. To be fair, that was the end of the song anyway. Right, so we're going to want the Humble VOR to kick off with then, which is 116.6. So we should already have that. Which we do. And then the next VOR is going to be Leona, which is 110.8.
Engine 1. Engine 2. Engine 3. APU bleed open.
Humble.
All packs open.
I wonder if it got confused since the standby was not set when you did it in the arrival. The approach check might only look at the one and match it. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I've got no idea, mate. And then we're going to depart on runway 15, so we'll just vector ourselves across. And then the radial that we're going to want on the departure outbound is going to be a radial of... So it's going to be outbound 330, isn't it? There we go, 330. And then for the initial climb, I'm just going to put us all the way up to 26,000, which is cruise today. Just to make sure that we don't we don't level out. Cool. Okay, so we'll go and get some takeoff. Oh, actually, we need to do weight and balance, don't we? Go and do that whilst we're here. That's rather important. So we'll go and do this first. So that's giving us a fuel of 14.8. And the flight plan is actually giving us 20.0. So why is that off? Why is that off? Hello? Hey, Guyfly, how you doing? Oh, is this still bugged? We might have to put the weights in elsewhere, which is really shit. Oh dear. Oh, this is bugged out. This is bugged out big time. Ah. Let's try that again. If I click that and then do this. Ah! I found a way to fix it. Right, the zero fuel weight should be 133.3. So actually, it's going to be with that. There we go. So that's giving us a gross weight of 153.5. Yeah, that works out. It's a little bit off, but it's not too far. It'll do the job. Right, good. So that's actually loaded now. So then we've got Houston. We're going to be departing 15 right. Go and get the weather information in. Set the EPR. We're going to do flaps 5, and there's the speeds. 131, 131, 146. Perfect. And it should have a trim of 4.5, which I think it's got set now. So, I think we're actually good to do the before start stuff, aren't we?
Altimeter is set to 1019er. Nav beacon and logo light set. Emergency exit lights are window heat on. Radio's on. Departure briefing complete.
We'll go and update this. So we're going to 26,000 today, so it needs to be 1,900.
Stall warning tested. Engine and wing anti-ice off.
Here we go.
Flight control shutoffs on.
So the taxi is just going to be pushback with nose facing north. And then we'll go first left here. And then across for whiskey, whiskey.
First check.
And then whiskey, whiskey for 15 right.
Pull up.
Pull up. Pull up.
Ground proximity warning system.
Are the devs in chat? None of them have identified themselves, if so.
Airspeed
They might be watching and lurking in the background.
yaw dampers on. Throttle warning port tested. Stabilizer trim check.
Oh, that again. I hope they fix that for tomorrow's launch. Because otherwise there's going to be some very confused people like me.
Boost pumps one on. Hydraulic pump one is on. Fire control check.
Some very confused people. Right, I am going to go and get GSX ready to go then, chat. Super quick turnaround, but when we're not programming anything and we're just doing it all in the air, it doesn't take us long. Implement a side-angled iPad instead of the iPhone for the checklists. You can do checklists here.
Disconnected. Before start checks complete.
Lovely. Right. So I'm going to get a flight director set up on there. 26,000 is good. We've got runway heading initially, and then we're going to swing a left-hand turn all the way to intercept 330 outbound from 116.6, which is set. Next is 110.8. That's set as well. We are on the APU.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin and
So we're ready for engine start then, chat. We're ready to go again. Go and turn the TCAS on. A very quick visit to Houston.
launching gear.
Let's do it.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right then, packs off. Starting number 3. Sorry, chat, I'm just getting my iPad set up ready for the football. Drove from Houston to Dallas for 5 hours. Wow. But for you folks in the USA, driving 5 hours is like driving round the corner. Oh yeah, the stab trim runaway. I remember that. Beautiful. Okay, good start on number 3, starting number 1. Start of ours open.
There are also
Oh,
4 emergency exits.
nice, we got some cabin sounds. I didn't hear that for the first flight.
Minutes to find the nearest exit. In some
Looking forward to the PMD 777. Yeah, it's going to be good. Did you guys see the Navigraph survey results came out? According to the Navigraph survey, there are more people who fly FSX, FS 2004 and FS 2000 than there are people who fly MSFS 2020 or 2024 on Xbox. I somehow don't think that's true.
Please set parking brake.
Yeah, I somehow don't believe that one. So, unfortunately, there's very little you can take away from that survey because it's very much skewed to a very particular subset of the community. Okay, good start on number 1, starting number 2. You don't believe that 40% of simmers on PC have a 4090, yeah. I spent quite a lot of my work day today analysing the document, actually, and writing stuff up about it. Because it is quite an interesting one, but there's only so much you can take away from it. There are some interesting skews, though, some interesting stats. But,
No truck
yeah.
disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Hey, good starts on all 3. So packs on. That can go off. That can go off. That can go there. Why are so many things making so many sounds? Oh, we're getting calls from the ground crew, apparently. Nico, thanks so much for the follow. That's very kind. Thank you, Nico.
After start checks.
I'm getting an off-schedule descent, which is interesting. And Wintersea, thanks so much for your follow as well. Thank you very much for these, friends. Welcome in. You join us flying a piece of aviation history today.
Beacon light on.
Oh my god, there's loads! Pragmaticent as well. Triple followers.
Boost pumps all on. Hydrovac
Recommend a simulator like MSFS 2024, but for mobile. You can play MSFS on mobile with cloud gaming. There you go.
emergency exit lights on.
And Hugo, thanks for the follow on TikTok.
Window heat on. Euro nav and compass.
Yeah, you can play MSFS on on Xbox Cloud Gaming.
Engine and wing anti-ice off.
Where can I get the 727? So this is the FSS Boeing 727, which is available on Contrail. Currently released at the moment is only the freighter version. However, tomorrow, the passenger variant is releasing. So at the moment, the only one that you can buy is the freighter version. But we've got the new passenger version, which they were kind enough to let me show off pre-release. So yeah, here it is. Hey, doggo! It's 68 months! Oh, it's doing our beloved warning again.
After start checks complete.
Thank you, mate! 68 months, you absolute legend. Oh. Oh. Ah. That's terrible. That is absolutely awful. But I love you. Oh, it's the number swap round. It's 86 for Yorkies. Hello there.
Taxi checks. Taxi lights are on.
And you too. Yeah, I'm very well. Enjoying a bit of aviation history today. We've got a pre-release aircraft with a new scenery release as well. We've got all sorts. So yeah. Thank you very much, both of you. Cheers for the 68 and then the 86. Love it.
Air condition check and set. Taxi checks complete.
Good. Right. Well, we are on our way then. Taxi checks complete. Such a beautiful aircraft. I love the 727 so much. Definitely going to do some Pan Am Clipper ops with this. So if we continue on left here, that should lead us to Whiskey Whiskey, which it does. Lovely. It feels very dead flying in and out of these two major airports when not on VATSIM and not with loads of traffic. But with so much going on in terms of the aircraft today, ATC and everything and other traffic was just a step too much. How'd you get that camera shot? We're using chase plane. So this is the flyby chase plane view. It's very good.
Before takeoff, check started. Auto brakes set to RTO. Ignition set to continuous.
It's soft launch, so you need to be part of Parallel 42. The Club 42. So basically, if you spent $42 or more on the Parallel 42 website, you'll get access to be able to purchase chase plane. So they've done kind of like a soft launch, I guess. No, I haven't watched Sam Chewy's video yet, actually. I saw his 737-200 video, but I've not seen the 727 Aero Sucra video.
Pack trip normal. Pressure switch on flight mode.
Will it be released normally in the future? Yeah, of course it will.
Before takeoff, checks complete.
Right. Okay, we're ready to go. Pan Am 727, yes. They did all sorts of routes all over the place, didn't they? Right. Okay. We'll keep the thrust in and we'll rock and roll. Let's go. Okay, we'll call thrust set.
80 knots.
Checked. Positive climb, gear up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, heading select. Alt cell. Okay, let's bring back the thrust. And then we'll go vertical speed. And we're going to start to make the left-hand turn now. Start to accelerate. And we'll go and keep the heading coming all the way round. Take flaps 2. Flap 0. That view was sick, wasn't it, on takeoff? Gonna just keep that left-hand turn coming all the way in. And then I need to go IAS hold. We are a touch fast, but it's okay. Should sort itself out. Okay, so about a 30-degree intercept. And then we're going to go after takeoff.
Takeoff checks. Ignition set to off. Landing lights off.
Oh, look at that!
Hydraulic system repump mode is off. After takeoff checks complete.
Lovely. Well, a very quick visit to Houston. We'll have to do some more flying in Houston because we've got Houston hobby and all sorts of scenery here that we've not checked out for ages. So we'll have to do some more flying here soon. Okay, now we're going to go in our nav lock. So it should pick up the VOR on that outbound radial of 330. Looking really good with the rate of climb and everything. So happy with that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if the devs are in the chat, so yeah, Norse, I don't think they're here, mate. I don't think they're here. So essentially, we've made the turn. So now we're just going to stay on this 300 heading and then to intercept the 330 radial outbound from Humble, or Humble, however you pronounce it. Right, there's 10,000 feet, so we're going to go vertical speed. We're going to lower the climb rate to speed up to about 280 knots. And then when we hit 280 knots, we'll go back into IAS hold. There we go. So lights off. There we go. Getting out there no matter what, no worries. Props to you, a lot of time and patience into the simulator. Oh, yeah. It's my livelihood. This simulator is my entire life. From Monday through Friday, pretty much. Aha, looks like it's got the VOR. So there we go. So now you see we're making that turn outbound from Humble. And then hopefully we'll pick up the 110.8 VOR. So let's go and match our heading with it. Lovely. Climbing at 280 knots, so that's looking really nice now. power and everything's looking good. I could probably put a little bit more power into the engines to keep the rate of climb going. Lovely. The first time I ever took an airline flight was on an American Airlines 727. Wow. Oh, well, there we go. Bringing back memories. Leona is another low VOR. Cool. That's fine. Can you show us the night lighting? I've not got all the lights turned on in the aircraft, as you can see here. The night lighting in this aircraft is sick though, it's really good. I don't think I've got any lighting turned on at the back here. But yeah, night lighting in the aircraft itself is awesome. You can even do the fluorescent panel. The only thing that's not as good as the 727 by FlyJ Sim is with the FlyJ, the 727 by FlyJ Sim. Ah, he's offside. Get wrecked, Real Madrid. It does the like, like the, like when a fluorescent bulb like flashes. That kind of a thing. It's got the rotating beacon, although for some reason it's going square. Yeah, a bit of a weird effect on the beacon, I won't lie. There you go. Right, okay, I need to concentrate on this. So 2992 is what we'll set. And then I'm just going to get some stuff in. So we're going on 17 center today. Perfect. Good. Right. Well, yeah, we're climbing nicely and on our way, chat. It shouldn't be a very long flight in the other direction back to Dallas. They shouldn't work on an Aerosucre. Well, nothing should work on an Aerosucre, to be honest. God, Real Madrid are really going for it. They're going to really press high. Oh, that's a terrible challenge. Is that a red? No, that's a yellow. That is a terrible challenge. What thrust levers? I've got the Thrustmaster TCA Boeings. That's got to be a red card. He's got his studs up and he's so late on the ball. How is that only a yellow? Right, so we're waiting to pick up the Leona VOR. Now, the Leona VOR is what we're going to be using for the arrival, and we need that to be on a 341 radial. So we need to remember 341, chat. Climbing really nice. I've got 3 thrust levers. So I've got 2 different sets of the Thrustmaster Boeing. So it's like I've got a Boeing 747 set up. So I've got speed brake lever, then engine 1, then engine 2. And then on the other set, I've got engine 3, engine 4, and the flap lever. So yeah, I can control them all individually. It's really nice. Chat, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this today. I do greatly appreciate it. I realise that this aircraft isn't everybody's cup of tea. It's certainly a little bit different, but I was really I really appreciated FSF sending across the passenger variant to me because I do enjoy their 727. So yeah, and we got some new scenery as well. So yeah, right, 110.8. So we're just waiting to pick that up now. We are just waiting to pick up that VOR.
Wind shear.
Ah,
Wind
there it
shear.
is.
Wind shear.
So we could actually switch across to it if we really wanted to. Thank you for the wind shear cheer, JBS. Hello, thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to heading select. No, turn knob heading select. Then we're going to switch over to 118.0. And then the inbound radius, yeah, 147. Sorry, 327 is the inbound course it wants on that, technically. And then we'll go back to nav lock and it should capture that. There we go. Right, next thing for us is to work out top of descent and everything. Let's speed up a little bit. Right, okay, so after Leona, it's going to be... Oh, shit. Have I given myself the wrong arrival? Oh, no, that's correct. No, we're fine. So we're going Leona. So we need to leave Leona on a radial of 341 inbound to Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek, which is 114.8. So 114.8 can go into here now. And then, yeah, we need to work out our top of descent point. Right, okay, top of descent then. So, jets landing south. No, we don't want to worry about that. Jets landing south. Expect 12,000 there. Okay, fine. So, that's 14 times 3. That's 42. Let's call it 50 then. So, we're going to call it 50 miles from here. So, 50 minus 7.6... minus 6.7 minus 8.7 minus 16.6. Okay, so about 10 miles before Cedar Creek is top of descent. Yeah. So about 10 miles before, if we say 11 miles before Cedar Creek for top of descent. There we go. Lovely. Right, well, we're in the cruise. Chilling at 26,000 feet. And we're on our way, everybody. We are on our way. Again, it's going to be another short flight, so we're not going to have a tremendous amount of time to enjoy the lovely views. But whilst we do get an opportunity to, we most certainly will. I actually installed the A380 into MSFS 2024 again today, so I do need to give it a go. I've not tried the A380 in 2024 since 2024 first came out, actually. I'll stick a bit of music on. Just for a small amount of time. This is what I love so much about Flight Sim, though. The fact that, you know, we can go from flying an A380 one day to a 727 the next. It's literally my favourite thing in the sim. Right, let's get some other things prepped. So, it's a super long runway, so we're going auto brake minimums. The airport elevation is 600. So, auto brake minimum. Airport landing elevation... We'll put 600. Oh, I hope so, 777. Yeah, I hope so. 600. Jamie said he had good success with the MD-11 in MSFS 2024 with the Sim Update 2 beta. Go on, Saka. What else do we need to do? So once... Are they checking for a penalty? What throttle system am I using? I'm using the Thrustmaster TCA Boeing set. I've got two separate of the throttle quadrants. Gav, good evening. How you doing? Welcome, buddy. How is this compared to the FJ? Oh, very similar, Kestrel. Yeah, very similar. Definitely. Very similar. Sphinx, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, thank you. So how far out have we got until top of descent? So it's going to be, that's 65, so it's going to be 55, 55. So we've only got about 63 or so miles till top of descent again. Does this work with the velocity stick? Don't know, mate. I've never used it. I use Thrustmaster equipment. Arsenal penalty! How's Timmy? Petros, I'm so sorry to say, Timmy passed away on the 1st of March, mate. Yeah, 18 and a half. He almost made it to 19. Yeah, he passed away on the 1st of March. He had a sudden turn So he didn't suffer for very long at all. It was on the day that me and Becca moved in with each other, so it was quite the day, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, unfortunately he passed away, mate. Okay, I'm going to just go to heading select, chat, just so then we can get ready with a new course for the outbound of 341. Because we're going to go outbound from the VOR on a radial of 341. What? So, easy, I'm sponsored with Thrustmaster, mate. So, of course, I'm going to say that it is. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Right, I think we've actually turned over the top of it. So, what we might want to do here is do a bit of that. Let's go turn knob, heading select. I think what we've actually done here is we've turned over the top of the VOR already, so we're going to have to intercept from the other side, but that's fine. And then we do that. There we go. There we go, VOR lock. Cool. So now we are outbound on a radial of 341 from the Leona VOR. And we're going to start top of descent inbound Cedar Creek. So we've got 114.8, which is our next frequency. And that's on standby as well. Perfect. Looking good. I'm loving this so much. This is so much fun. Come on, Saka. Penalty for 4-0 in the frickin' Champions League. Come on, boy. Oh, he's missed it! You idiot! Have you tried the Honeycomb Bravo? At an event, I've tried the Honeycomb Bravo. But, yeah, as I say, I solely use Thrustmaster equipment. I'm sponsored with them, so I have like an exclusivity thing with like hardware like this. I use it. Did Courtois save it? Oh, he did save it. It's a terrible penalty. He should have just absolutely leathered it. Terrible penalty. That's going to give them a lot of motivation now. Silly boy. Silly boy. Right, so auto brake minima. Landing altitude 600. That's set. We need to go and see what our like VREF speed would be. But I reckon if we aim for about the same as we were earlier, about V approach of 140, we should be all right. Yeah, about the same. About the same. Do you know if a 727-100 is in the pipeline? Good question. I don't know, mate. Yeah, I don't know if that's what they're going to do next after the 200 variant. It'd be cool if they did. I would like that. Am I British or American? British. Do I sound American? I thought I sounded with a very received pronunciation English accent there, young sir. In theory, would you not even be allowed to use, let's say, the WinWing hardware, even if Thrustmaster doesn't have a competing product like the CDU? Yeah, so I can use that stuff. Yeah. So basically, my exclusivity deal with Thrustmaster is that if Thrustmaster makes a product, you know, in that realm, I can't use a competing one. So even like my steering wheel. So like I can only use Thrustmaster steering wheels. Or like joysticks or yokes or, you know, like flight control stuff. But Thrustmaster don't make a CDU. So, yeah. Right, chat. We are looking pretty good. Aha! There we go. The new VOR's just been picked up. Another low VOR. So that means that top of descent is in about 28 nautical miles. So not very long again. Very short flight, this. Is the INS working? Yeah, the INS works in this aircraft. We're just not using it today. We're doing VOR to VOR flying just for something a bit different. It's been a long time since I did VOR to VOR flying. So yeah. I yearn for a 737-200. Yeah, I know. There is a 737 Classic on the way, but I don't know if they're doing the 200. I think, is it the 400 or something? Or the 500 that company are doing? I can't even remember. But yeah, if you want something, the closest that you're going to get to a 737-200 at the moment really is this, I think. Any idea as to why when I turn the frame rate multiplier to 3 times or 4 times, it resets back to 2 times even if I save setting? You want to update 2 beta? It might be a bug. Oh, so CLS are doing this 300, the 400, and the 500. Got you. Got you. Just the regular stable version. Oh, I don't know then. Not too sure. I'm not too sure. Right, I'm gonna arm this altitude then. What's the altitude that we're gonna go to? Down to 12, was it? Yeah, 12,000. So jets landing south expect 12,000. And then we'll just make our way down. What's the MSA? Oh, nothing. Fine. And we can get the glide slope latest jiffy of 2,300, but we're going to aim for 3,000. And then we know that we will be above MSA until we're on the glide slope. Perfect. Yeah, the DFW scenery is okay. It's not amazing, but it does the job. I think the problem is that I've not seen it with loads of other traffic. If it was like really busy on VATSIM and everything like that, you know, it would be interesting to see how it held up. And if it looked more real. But when you go to like a major airport like that and it's just dead and there's nobody else around, it's not the best. It didn't blow my mind considering it's priced at £25 and there's no GSX profile or anything. But yeah, I mean, performance was okay. It was nice to have a custom scenery finally for DFW. It's got some customization options and stuff as well, which is useful. Athens to Heraklion, that's a cool flight. Does it smoke dark black on takeoff? It most certainly does. And with chase plane, we've got a flyby view. So if you watch the takeoff back from Houston, you will have seen us just pluming black smoke out the back of the thing. It was awesome. Right, okay, so 12,000 set. So we are almost ready for top of descent. And what I think we'll do now is we'll go and switch back to heading select and then switch to this VOR and go inbound there like so, and then go nav lock onto that. So now we're actually going we're not going outbound Leona, we're going inbound to Cedar Creek. We need to leave that on a radial of 310, so I really need to get ready with that. So that's a heading of 310 prepped. And then we'll start our descent. So we're going to arm that altitude. Keep moving. Right, cool. What's our ground speed? 423, so about 2,000 or so, 2,200 feet per minute is what we want. Right, down we go. Right, I tell you what, let's actually go back to heading select. And then we're going to prep that course of 310. Oh shit, that was a silly move. I've done that too early. Sorry, my mistake. 310. That was my mistake there. I just prepped that a little bit early, but that's fine. It's just so that... So what I'm doing now is I'm prepping us to make the turn here. So we're still going 341 inbound to this VOR, but then we'll arm VOR localizer so that we'll intercept the 30-degree turn to go outbound 310. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to describe this, like, you know, in a friendly manner for people who might not be accustomed to how you fly this kind of a, you know, a way of navigation. It's so much fun. Is the radar working? I don't think it is. No, you can't. There's no clickable buttons on it, unfortunately, by the looks of things. It's nice that it's there, but yeah. So now we're going to continue on this heading of 341 until we intercept the VOR outbound to go 310. And then from there, now the next question is how far out should we be? It looks like it's 50 DME out from there. There we go. So now we've got it. So now we're turning inbound. And then the Maverick VOR is our next, is 113.1. That's going to give us trap mileage to the airfield. So that's going to be a really good gauge for where we are altitude-wise. Yeah, so 21,000 feet through with 56 miles-ish to run, although it'll be more than that. I'm quite happy with our descent rate. That pass is so aggressive on the roll, yeah. It's done all right, though. Look, it's captured it fine. Right, ILS frequency is 110.3. So we'll stick that in now on standby, because that's going to be the next one that we use to track there. And then we're just making our way down now. Let's go and get the weather update for Dallas. I will prove you wrong. So, the weather at Dallas. The wind's 180 degrees at 17, gusting 27. So, what's the headwind factor that we're going to want to add on then? Our VREF is 132. So what should we add on? God knows, I can't be bothered to do the maths. I've done enough maths today. You would take a heading intercept to smooth it out? I mean, it was only a 30-degree intercept heading, so it wasn't exactly crazy intercept heading. Altimeter is 2.9 and 9 at 8. Let's set that down. Two 9 and 9 or 8. There we go. One 137. So about 15 knots on top. No, wait, no, not 5 knots. We wouldn't add 5 knots on top of a 17 to 27 knot headwind. Surely not. Surely not. Surely we'd add more on. The other thing that we've got to factor in actually is that it wants us to slow down to 240 knots. Oh, hello, Becca. You alright, darling? I was just checking in, making sure you're alright. What's going on in the football? I don't know if I can stand to watch the football, to be honest. After Saka's missed penalty and everything. Add 10 to the VREF. Only 10? Alright, okay. Let's see. I think we're actually looking pretty good for this profile that we want. Jets landing south at 270 knots. So we've got to be 12,000 feet there. I think if anything, we're actually low on the path, but that's fine because it means that we can roll back the speed. Declan Rice has had a yellow card, which means he misses the next match. Shit. Yeah, I'm turning off the football. I don't think I can watch it. And there's a penalty check as well. I don't think I can watch it. I don't think I can watch the football. Too much stress. Didn't we have this song earlier? I think we did. I think we're on the descent as well, and we had that song earlier, so I'm gonna turn it off now, chat. Yeah, if anything, we're actually low on the profile. Because we've still got, what, about 14 nautical miles or so to descend 1,000 feet and slow down to 240 knots. So if anything, we're actually low. But that is fine by me. So it's showing 32 miles there until we're overhead the airfield, but obviously we're going to be vectoring and stuff. The only thing I'd like to know is how far out from the Maverick VOR we should be turning downwind. That's the only thing. What we could do is we could go inbound Dietz on a radial of 355. We could do that. That would be our downwind then. Okay, 1,000 to go is checked. So let's do that then. So Dietz is 116.2 next. So we'll need to get rid of the ILS, but that's okay. And I'm actually going to put that into here as well. There we go. Right, so let's slow down for 240 knots now, as per the restriction. Yeah, we've actually done quite nicely there. We're a touch early on it, but it's nothing crazy. And then we actually need to maintain... It says that we need to maintain 12,000 feet until we're all the way here, but I'm just going to take a steady descent. I don't think we need to maintain 12,000 until we're beam the airfield, because then we're going to be diving after this, aren't we? So I think if we just go in a nice steady, just 1,000 feet per minute descent rate down to 3,000 feet, we'll ignore this 210 knot speed restriction as well. Screw that. Right, so next job then. Let's go heading select. Let's go and switch to 116 there, and then the radial that we want inbound that is going to be 355 I'm going to take. I'm kind of making this up a little bit just to give ourselves an actual proper downwind, but it should work quite nicely, hopefully. It's going to be quite an aggressive turn for it, but that's fine. Right, and then now I'm going to reset this down to 3,000. We're going to go and alt sell that, and then we're going to go vertical speed and just go down at a nice leisurely 1,000 feet per minute. And start the turn in DFW. Do maintain that 12,000 feet until you make the turn, then you dive and drive. Ah, that's right. I'm just going to go down now. There's nobody else around. Okay, so now I need to put the ILS frequency in on the other side, which is 110.3. Cool, so 1,000 feet per minute. That's going to guarantee that we turn on a nice downwind leg. Speed's back 250. Cool, and then I'm going to do the approach checklist. Cool, so it's not reset the altimeter for me, which is good. At night when traffic is light, they will clear down to 5,000 much sooner. Got you. Okay, cool. Yeah, the altimeter's correct. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Tom, hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh! That is an aggressive turn. Right, so we should now be turning downwind. There we go. Inbound the cowboy VOR. So Zing is at 3,000. So what I'd like to do really then is to actually just go into IAS hold for the descent. Oh yeah, no, you are right. It should be, let's just go and double check. Oh no, it's, oh wait, no, oh I see why. It's set the one that's closest to me. That's annoying. 29 and 908. Yeah, you're correct. Well done. I don't like it that it does that. Oh, I don't care about the first officer side. Right, temperature's good, so we don't need any anti-ice going through all this cloud layer. So now that we're established on the outbound, well, inbound there, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go heading select again. We'll switch over to the ILS. There we go. And now we're going to be able to see how many track miles we are out from the ILS as we make our way down. This flight director is not doing me anything. I'm going to turn it off. Okay, so essentially we're on the downwind now, waiting for a good opportunity to turn base. I'd quite like to be lower than where we are, so I might chuck in a bit of speed brake because this thing does not want to descend. I think we're all right where we are now. Tomorrow I'll be a grandfather! Oh, Tom, that's amazing! Oh, congratulations. Right, whatever you do, don't change the heading, Chewie. So I'm literally just using the Geneva lever here, so that we can get just a bit of an extended descent, a bit of a faster descent rate, so that we're not on this downwind leg for as long. Congrats, Tom, mate. That is amazing. Second grandchild. Oh. Well, thoughts and everything are all with mum and baby. Please come in and check in and let us know how it all goes when you get a chance to, mate. Oh, that's a nice CPU spike. Thank you. Just putting that in there as another readout. So Penny's at 5,000. So yeah, it's just the fact that we're now wanting to dive, but this thing's struggling. What's my thruster? Ah, that might be why. Right, I'll tell you what. Why is it adding thrust in to maintain the speed when I actually just want to yeet the thing down? Let's get rid of that. Let's do a bit of that, and let's get this descent going, please, aircraft. Thank you. There we go. Why was it adding thrust in there, I wonder? We can probably turn base soon. The only issue is our speed. Lovely. Right, let's turn base. Ah! So we're turning base. Nice and easy. 270 degrees. And then we can start to lower that descent rate now that we're coming back on the glide slope. To slow the speed down. No, not that much. Right, flaps 2. Beautiful, look at this. It's been so long since we've done an approach into Dallas, so this is great. Cool, so we've got about 18 miles to run. Speed's dropping back. I will add the auto thrust back in now just to help us out a little bit. In amongst everything else going on. Vertical speed's looking really good. We're actually just about on the glide slope where we are. Auto throttling a 727. I think it was actually a thing. It's just when I'm doing absolutely everything else solo, it just makes my life a little bit easier. Right, 210 for the intercept. And then we will arm the approach. Now, why has that not got localizer? Has it not picked up the glide slope again? So we got heading in green. Where's the localizer? Have we gone straight through it? Is that why? Ah, VOR lock. Now it's got it. We just had a moment. Okay, we're low on profile, so we can reduce the rate of descent. $16 miles. Yeah, it shot us through that localizer. It didn't like that, but it's fine. We can bring it back. I don't know why. It just didn't see the... It just lost the localizer, and then it found it again. So now it's going to turn us right back on track. There we go. I've not even actually had a look to see where we're vacating or anything, if I'm totally honest with you. I'd quite like to vacate Mike 6, so then we can cross there. That will be the plan then, Mike 6. Okay, 15 miles, looking good with the speed. Gets a little goofy when you are ways out. Yeah, I mean, we're only 18 track miles out though, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, so sorry that I am using auto thrust, but we are doing absolutely everything else manually. So flaps 5. There's glide slope. Go around altitude today. If we need it is 4,000. So we'll set that in place. Oh, it's a Streamer Friends raid! What timing! Grizzle, look at this! We're flying something a little bit more retro than an A380 today. Welcome in, Grizzlers. Good timing! We are just about to land the brand new Boeing 727 passenger variant from FSS. Oh, I just realised that we didn't actually set the course, but it set it correctly. Yeah, 176. It said it for me, so that's good. Mate, thank you for the raid. How did the landing into München go? I hope it all went well and without any issues. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. This absolutely gorgeous aircraft. So I'm just trying to faff with the views. That looks so cool when it pans up and you see the airport. Get down, flaps 15. Nice plane, bro. Thanks, bro. I'm going to go 145 for our VREF. Because the weather is interesting. Very good A380 landing for sure. Nice. You've inspired me to get back in the A380 after a long time away from it, actually, I won't lie. Okay, flaps 30. With a flap shake, that's cool. Okay, let's do the landing checklist.
Landing checks. Flaps 30. Ignition set to continuous. Anti-skid is on. Landing checks complete.
Lovely. Okay, right, I have control of the aircraft. Oh, shit, we dropped low. Sorry. I was looking at my speed. Rich TX, thanks so much for the follow. Please forgive the glide slope. Checked. God, how much power do you want me to set in this thing? It's fine. We're just making sure the buildings have spawned in correctly.
300.
Although that being said, I don't know if the pappies are correct because the glide slope says that I'm high, but the pappies say that I'm low. So I'm kind of aiming in the middle at the moment.
200.
Yeah, interesting. Speed's good.
100.
Let's see if the bouncing effect is a little bit less aggressive
50.
now.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, yes. Speed brakes up. Reverse as normal. Oh, I forgot to do a prediction or anything, but oh well. And your brakes. Forward idle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dallas, Fort Worth. God, I love this aircraft so much. Hey, Marcel, how you doing? Yeah, I forgot to do the predictions, but we were busy. We had so much else going on with this plane. Oh, we can get off at Mike 4, actually, and then go Echo Lima. So we can get off at the next exit. Yeah, we had so much going on and so much to do on that approach. Back, if you'd have been here for the first landing, then you would have won if you'd have predicted that. Although I reckon that was under 250 FPM. That. Well, there we go, folks. Our first rotation in the brand new passenger variant of the FSS Boeing 727. I absolutely adore this thing. I really do. And our first rotation out and back into the new Dallas Fort Worth scenery from Imagine Sim as well.
We would like to thank you for flying with us.
Some sound announcements there. Passenger announcements. Right, mobile phone back out.
After landing checks. Brake pressure checked.
Crossing the
Pressure
runway.
switched to ground. Landing and strobe lights are off.
I'm going to
Taxi
put
lights
those
are
back
off.
on because we're crossing a runway.
Flaps up. Spoilers down.
Thoughts on DFW? Yeah, it's okay. It's not the most amazing scenery I've ever seen, but it's okay.
AC on APU. APU master on.
It's been okay on performance and stuff. It would be interesting to see what it's like when it's busy with traffic and stuff here.
APU.
But it's done the job. I think it's quite an expensive price for the quality that you get. Like, it's weird. I've not got any, like, necessarily, like, specific complaints with it. But when you pay this, you know, it's 25 Great British pounds. When you pay that kind of a price for a scenery, you're expecting to just be absolutely wowed. I think nowadays. Because you've got to remember, you know, like, £25, that's near enough getting towards half of what the default sim price is on its own, right? Oh, God. I'm going to try and go back where we were earlier. I think we were down here, weren't we? So if we enter in via Kilo 6, hopefully we'll be in the right area. So yeah, it's not like absolutely wowed me as in like, wow, this is the best scenery ever. But I mean, it's done the job. And it's nice that we have got a payware quality DFW now. That's more than the FSX, sorry, more than the Unibel's premium enhanced V2 rebuilt sceneries. Yeah, it's quite expensive for what you get. I was more than happy to pick it up today just to kind of show you guys so that, you know, we had the opportunity to show it to you. So so that you guys can formulate your own opinions. We can go and have another quick look at it once we park up. Just go and unpause the alerts as well. Hi, and there's Grizzle sub as well. Sorry, mate. It's because I paused the alerts for landing, so I missed that one. Thank you very much, Grizzle. 9 months. That's very kind of you. Are you flying again? We've already done 2 flights today, so that will be it for today. Streamer friends. Grizzle, I love you, mate. Thank you very much for the raid and the resub, the one and only. I might have to fly the A380 tomorrow, having seen you flying it today. It's inspired me. Appreciate you, bud. Thank you, mate. Okay, here we go. Back where we started then. What is fractal? If you do exclamation mark fractal, you'll have a look and see. You'll get a link to it. It comes with this, like, safe dock thing, but I don't actually know if it works very well. Oh, there we go. It looks to be doing something. Your scenery looks a lot different to Imagine Sim screenshots. Well, I can assure you it is Imagine Sim. Because I've oh yeah, I don't know if I believe that. I've uninstalled the default scenery and I've checked my community folder to make sure it's active. Oh yeah, it's really weird. In the community folder, it has like 8 folders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could they not manage to put them all in an individual folder? Yeah, there's 8 folders in my community folder just for this scenery, which is a little bit ridiculous in my opinion. Alright, switch on to the APU. Back to there. They don't understand the SDK. Yeah, I don't know. That's what they did for Atlanta, right. I think I got the marketplace version of that, so I never saw that. Did I just shut everything down? I thought I switched on to the APU gen. Everything just died a death. What did I do wrong? The APU's there. What did I do wrong? Oh, you know what? Let's just go the old-fashioned way. I've done something wrong, but I don't know what. Oh! Oh, I need to close the APU gen, that was it. Hello? No, that's not it either. That's not, I've not heard the buses clink over. We'll go and do it this way. Although that's still got everything off. Ah, because of that. There we go. That'll do.
Securing aircraft checks. Parking brake is on. Transponder off. Engine and wing anti-ice off.
Well, that was good fun. I enjoyed that rotation.
And probe heat off.
I hope you all did.
Emergency exit lights off. Boost pumps all off.
Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong there.
All off.
Anyway,
Hydraulic
we're
upholstery.
down.
Radio mast is off. Galley power off. Securing checks complete.
Lovely, securing checklist complete. Well, there we have it. A VOR to VOR 727 passenger flight, well, rotation in the bag with some new Dallas-Fort Worth scenery. Back where we started safely. Happy with that. So let's go and have a look at Valanta, shall we? Go and check out how we did. So there was our departure from runway 15 with a swinging left-hand turn to go outbound 330, and then we flew VOR to VOR all the way, even on the downwind. Then we went heading select, had a little bit of a moment with it not finding the localizer, but it managed to pick it up. I think it did all right, actually, in a way. Looks like it was quite nice. Good constant descent. We didn't really level off for too long, apart from when we needed to at 12,000 feet as per the arrival for a bit. And then the landing itself, well, it looks like that was... I can't see because of the 3D thing on Volanta, but there's the main runway markers. And there's my marker. So the landing rate then was... Oh! Well, it was a bit of luck that on this occasion... I did forget to do the landing predictions because it was pretty darn close. So people would have been, felt aggrieved if they'd have voted it to be a smash. A greaser. A 258, very close. But a 1.00 G-force, so I'm really happy with that. Flight time 45 minutes on the dot. Block time 1 hour on the dot. Landing G-force 1.00, 258 landing rate. I'm very happy with that. I do love this aircraft so much. Yeah, the slam won by 8. I deprived you of your points. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. I don't know if I can manually give points out. I don't think I can. Right, well, there you go then, ladies and gentlemen. I'm afraid to say that that's going to be it for me today. It was a surprise Wednesday live stream. I don't normally ever stream on a Wednesday, but I'm kind of needing to make up for things, to be honest with you, and try and keep the stream rocking and going. I'm trying my best to keep the channel as active as possible. So thank you all for being here and contributing towards that. It does go a long way. We'll just be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last live stream of the week, so it will still be a normal 4-day streaming week this week, but there won't be streams from Friday and everything. It's the Easter holidays and I need a break, so there won't be streams on Friday or over the weekend or anything. But yeah, is that half time? Okay. So there won't be a stream on Friday or anything, but there will be a stream tomorrow. So yeah, not too sure what I'm going to fly tomorrow. We might go for the complete opposite end of the scale from a 727 and maybe try the A380 out in MSFS 2024 after Grizzle inspired me earlier. But for now, that's going to do it for me for today. I very much appreciate you all tuning in. So thank you very, 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 very much indeed. We will see you all tomorrow. Right. Have a good one, folks. Good night. Happy landings.